Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Venus-Neptune aspects. We're going to kind of broadly go over the positive and the negative aspects. And we are going to start by talking about Venus. What is Venus in our charts? Venus is the part of us that is beauty. It's love. It's our desire to harmonize. It's how we give. It's how we cooperate. It's our taste in music and art, as well as how we compromise. It's money and how we choose to spend our money. It is how we make ourselves and others happy. It's how we fit into a crowd. It's how we give and receive affection, as well as the style in which we dress and conduct ourselves socially. It is how we attract attention. It is what we value in ourselves and in others, and how we make others feel loved and appreciated. Anything that Venus touches in our chart, it naturally softens what it touches. Neptune, on the other hand, is our fantasies. It's our dreams and illusions. It's where we can lie to ourselves to believe something that makes us feel better, that seems more beautiful, by glossing over imperfections with our version of reality. It is deception, what we can easily lose grip of. It wants to transcend reality. It is the unknown. It is spirituality. It is our ideals, how we believe things or someone else should be. It's where we can self-sacrifice or become a martyr. It's where we lack boundaries, where we sometimes leak or lose ourselves, yet at the same time always remain hungry for whatever it is that Neptune is touching or aspecting. With Venus-Neptune aspects, you are someone who is always thirsty and hungry for love. And not just any kind of love. The kind of love that is made in the dreams. The kind of love that we've come to know through the fairy tales that we watch, through the daydreams in our mind where, things are perfect, things are beautiful. You're someone who, especially with the heart aspects, your ideal of beauty and a lover are so high that it's almost impossible for any real or ordinary person to actually live up to that expectation. With Venus-Neptune, you can idealize people who in reality may not be worthy of being idolized or worshipped in the manner in which you see them or you view them, whereas other people around you are confused as to what you see in this person. However, for you, because with Neptune here, you see a beautiful person, you see a perfect person. It's very easy to gloss over any imperfections that this person may have, and also in a way project your own ideal onto the person where you're not actually really seeing the actual person in front of you. You're seeing what you want to see by projecting your ideals, your dreams, and your fantasies onto this person. With this aspect, the energies that you have within you, you can embody some of these characteristics. This could be, the hero, the romantic seducer. You can embody these characteristics unconsciously or consciously as a means to attract lovers that are also vulnerable to this type of idealism or expectations in a love relationship as a means to fulfill this ideal of a fantasy at all costs. Usually the veil of Neptune and the projection of the image that you have of the person that you're with wears off about, after a year to 2 years, after the honeymoon period in a relationship. And this is when the Neptune person, the Venus-Neptune person, can feel disappointment. You are now seeing the person as they really are. And this to the person can seem very disappointing, even though this person probably has always been the same person they always were. It's just that you were not seeing them clearly in the beginning of the relationship due to the Venus-Neptune energy that is working within you. With the positive Venus-Neptune aspects, this can play out in a much more positive, harmonious fashion where the Venus-Neptune person, although they are still romantic and have high ideals about love and beauty, that they are less discriminating when it comes to their partner, and they are more realistic in their relationship expectations. They are often, you guys are often attracted to lovers who are artistic, who are whimsical, glamorous, as well as highly spiritual. When it comes to commitment, sometimes you can have a little bit of an issue committing to one person right away. This also has to do with the idea of not being fully satisfied with someone who might not meet your high expectation and ideals in romance. Maybe it's easier to be in a long distance relationship with someone because this allows you more freedom to daydream and create this image of a beautiful, wonderful relationship, to see the best in each other without having to really be on the ground floor, doing the day-to-day actual kind of work, the unromantic work that sometimes a relationship requires. Sometimes after a Venus-Neptune person has experienced many failed relationships back to back, they can decide to remain single and basically shun relationships altogether, and instead prefer to dream of love or to dream of loves of past loves, and to hold that memory of love and of the beauty that you held with that person instead of being in an actual relationship. The love in your mind, it can be so beautiful and perfect. And even if that relationship really wasn't perfect at the time, it really doesn't matter to the Venus-Neptune person, because it's almost like they've created a piece of art. It's their memory, how they want to see it, and that is what's beautiful to them, and that is okay. That is something that we see a lot of. I personally have a Venus-Neptune quintile exact. And all of these things, even though it's a minor aspect, I can definitely attest and relate. Another common occurrence within a Venus-Neptune relationship is inequality within the partners. There can be one partner who is almost like the hero to be worshipped, whereas the other partner may be a victim, someone who's in need of saving. And you can kind of see this dynamic play out, similar to, Prince Charming rescuing the maiden in distress. And this is something that over time that needs to be learned how to balance this inequality. Venus-Neptune individuals are extremely gifted in a natural ability to love with a universal type of love. You are extremely compassionate and empathetic person, And you also have many artistic and healing abilities. It isn't until you really learn how to love and accept yourself with all of your own faults that you are really able to lay the foundation for a stable and real relationship to form. Instead of seeking the ideal in someone else, you need to first find that within yourself. You have many talents and gifts in the arts, especially with music. This will help you express the love and beauty which you possess in a very real way, and at the same time share it with others around you, which can be extremely uplifting and a positive experience that few others can really manifest because they don't have the dream or that vision that you have within you, that you've always had, that is just very natural. Spirituality is also a great avenue with this placement. Instead of worshiping a person or an ideal of a relationship, you can surrender your devotion to a higher cause or to your beliefs. Or you can even come together with a partner to put your focus not on each other so much, but onto a spiritual practice or within the healing arts together. And that can also help balance out these idealistic energies, whereas you're not really focused on what the other person is doing so much or their imperfections or perfections. You're really coming together to give an offering to something higher than yourselves together, something beautiful, something with the ideal of perfection and transcendence in a very spiritual way. Well, guys, that is my interpretation of the Venus-Neptune aspects. I hope that this was helpful. I would love to hear your own stories of what Venus and Neptune has meant to you and how you've experienced these aspects. So please feel free to comment below. Your comments matter to me. I hope you all are well, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.